So it's been about 24 hours since the Burnley game, and unless you've been living under a rock as an Arsenal fan, we all know that the game ended 1-1. And I've taken 24 hours to put this video up because of the sheer clusterfuck in a performance, and several different outside factors, i.e. VAR, and the biggest anomaly of them all, Granit Xhaka, being where when you mix all three of them, you just have to say it's just typical Arsenal. At the beginning of this game, I said that Burnley was a must win. I even predicted 3-1. This should have been relatively comfortable. And when you look at the amount of chances that Arsenal had, Saka had 2 chances, Aubameyang had 1 other chance to potentially score a goal. So I'm thinking 4-1 with the amount of chances that Arsenal created. But then, this is the kicker. This is the kicker right here. Our old friend who, you know, we thought was doing well, I started to give a few compliments saying, you know what, he's improved. He's had some good games. You gotta give him credit. He then comes right back and says, Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka. Oh, don't we hate us some Xhaka. I mean, it's gotten to the point now where it's just absolutely ridiculous with Granit Xhaka. What was he thinking? I know people have talked about, oh, Burnley passing him the ball. Why did he pass him the ball? Well, it's quite clear the way our Arsenal play, Granit Xhaka is a deep line playmaker. From after the goalkeeper has the ball, Granit Xhaka is the first person that they will choose to go and start attacks. That's how it works. That's how Arsenal have chosen to play. That's how Arteta has chosen to play. And if it's not Granit Xhaka, then it is Thomas Partey who will be that deep line playmaker and will start off attacks. Our first goal came from a Thomas Partey attack, whereby Burnley passed the ball to Partey. He had 4 men around him and he managed to dribble himself out of that to start the ball and start to transition in attack. Now, I don't want anybody to make it seem like, oh, Granit's not, like, that's just not his game. Really? Well, supposedly that is his position. Like, we all know what he was trying to do, but you have to get your execution right, Granit. You have to. It is unacceptable. Like, I keep thinking about it, thinking of what I thought. That I was on 101 Arsenal watching. I do live streams with the guys there for most of the games, to be honest, when I can. And when I saw that, my headphones came off. I'd had enough. Like, I just could not believe it. We had shot ourselves in the foot. It's unacceptable. Then, hear this, right? So, this is what we're looking at, the stats, right? These are Granit Xhaka's stats. So, this is from Squawka's Twitter page, Squawka Football, at Squawka, and that's Squawka at SQUAWKA. Most errors leading to goals amongst outfield players in the Premier League since 2016-2017 season. And guess who is at the top of that list? That's right, Granit Xhaka. And guess how much he has? Well, guess who's number 7? Cedric Soares, which I was incredibly surprised about. But Soares has 5 and he's level with several other players beneath him, including Ben Mee, who's at Burnley at 5, Simon Francis at 5, who I don't know who he plays for, and Nicolas Otamendi, who now plays for Benfica, who was originally at Man City, and he also has 5. But Granit Xhaka is head above all of those who got 5 since, what, that's basically for the past 4 years. Granit Xhaka has 8. He's at 8, which means that he was 2 ahead, and now he's put himself at a distance between second place Cedric Soares, Ben Mee, Simon Francis, and Nicolas Otamendi since the 2016-2017 season. Shocking. Terrible. I really don't know what to say. Like, Granit, You're not good enough. You're not good enough. And those type of mistakes just can't be, like, you can't be given that type of goal away. It just cannot happen. Like, if you're a Granit Xhaka fan watching this, no, it cannot be happening. It is unacceptable. So we give a goal away. It's 1-1. And then another culprit in this game, VAR. So Pepe comes on the pitch at some point in the second half. He's playing there on the right, and he's doing, you know, Pepe thing. He's dribbling, and the defender Peters puts his arm out, and it's a stiff arm, because normally if an attacker tries to intentionally get the defender with a handball, what normally happens is that there normally is a flop. There's a flop when the player goes and hits the ball to the player's arms. Peters' arm was stiff, didn't move. Clearly he was trying to stop that cross getting in, and it hit him twice, and VAR never called it, to the point where the commentator said, and even Peter Walton, who is the referee on the BT Sports station, who, you know, he's there to give like how the referees think and the referee analysis, even he said he doesn't know how the referee managed to get that wrong. Doesn't understand. And so do I. I don't get it. And then what made it worse, the sheer lack of consistency. There was an incident whereby Peters is on the line. Peters uses his shoulder, this part, the top part here, to clear the ball. Like the one elbow, I mean, he's just using this to clear the ball. And I get it. The rules say if it's above the sleeve, which it was, then it's not a handball. That's what it states. And VAR intervened. But they chose not to intervene there. They chose not to intervene. Well, they chose to intervene at that last one, but they chose for us, when it was a handball, not to intervene there. So whoever's operated VAR, they've basically decided Arsenal are going to lose this one. And when stories about match fixing come in play and they talk about it, this is where I start to think, wow, that's the type of situation where match fixing comes in place. Because someone who's in control of VAR has chosen not to give us a penalty opportunity, even though it is quite clear it is a penalty opportunity for Arsenal. And then Arsenal are scrapping across the whole of the game, trying to score a goal. Trying. You've got Pepe putting in work, Chambers putting in work, Ceballos putting in work. All trying to score Arsenal a goal. And you got to say, Burnley, they defended vigilantly to be able to do so. Like, you got to give them credit for that. But you have to say, this all started with Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, because you have put Arsenal into a position where they conceded a goal, it meant you gave Burnley the belief that they could get something out of the game. That is what he did wrong. Once we started giving Burnley the belief, it was all over. Burnley then believed that they could get something out of the game. Because after we had scored, Burnley were on the back foot. They had 2 banks of 4 just defending. And we were still creating chances. But I was telling the boys on the stream, we got to score another one. I don't trust this Arsenal side. We got to score another one. And unfortunately, it never did. Never did come. And now we're in the position where, give me one sec, phone drops. We are in the position in the league where, oh God, like, we're 10th. We've played 27 games. Spurs and Villa have a game in hand, as well as West Ham and as well as Everton. And we are 10th. Leeds, who are behind us, also have a game in hand, but their goal difference is bad. They've got a -1 goal difference and we've got 7. But it is quite clear that Arsenal aren't going to make Europe in the league. They blew that one. That's how important that game was. You have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And Burnley, we are supposed to beat them. We lost against them in the first half of the season, which was unacceptable. But to only pick up a draw against Burnley, no. And all the Burnley fans are probably laughing at me right now, but it's unacceptable. Burnley got 4 points from us this season when they should have had 0. We should have been able to pick up 5 points from Burnley this season. And if we had picked up 5 points from Burnley this season, we would be with 43 points, potentially either 7th or 8th or 6th, depending on our goal difference, on how that would look. That's where we would have been. That is where Arsenal would have been. We would have been right in the European spots. Yeah, Europa League, but nevertheless, we would have been in there. Potentially, we could have been talking about, yeah, we still have a shot for top 4. But the way our Arsenal play, they keep shooting themselves in the foot. And now, we've got Spurs next. And you got to say, I don't think we're going to win it. I don't think we're going to win it. And now, all of my predictions are not even based on logic anymore. All of my predictions are based on one sheer factor. The factor that I'm an Arsenal fan and I have to believe that my club can do it all. Like, I literally have to believe. There is nothing logical with what I'm saying. We must believe, Arsenal fans. And I know it's tough. I know it's tough, and I know people want to give up. And I have to say, in the league, I've given that up because, if I keep talking about we could finish in a European spot in the league, or even top 4 in the league, now I just look stupid. But I just have to believe that the Europa League is our only way. And I think it really is. I just hope. I'm going to probably do my preview for Olympiacos in the next couple of days, where I could really start to break down things, talk about what injuries look like for Arsenal, what injuries look like for Olympiacos, and potential starting lineups. But things don't look great for the Gunners right now, and I'm incredibly disappointed. It's not great. And you just have to hope that Mikel Arteta and this Arsenal side, whichever the Arsenal side that he chooses against Olympiacos, can give something to the fans to hope, to cheer for, to be excited about. Because that's all we want. Just give us something. The expectations have dropped for Arsenal fans. We're not as rabid as we once was before. You know, we all complained about top 4 not being good enough. Now, we would love top 4. And now, we're talking about potentially, we would love top 6. To just be playing in Europe. And this season could be our last season for that. But we just need to hope, pray, whatever it is, drink something to Arsenal that they manage to pull our result against Olympiacos, and let's get as far as we can and really and truly win it, because that's the only way that I see any type of serious progression going on for Arsenal this season. Because getting into the Champions League next year would give us really good funds. It would make Arsenal fans really ecstatic. I don't think we'd get anywhere in the Champions League, but it would allow us to build the platform to continue the growth that's needed to continue developing the side. But guys, I'm tired. Even though it's been 24 hours, it's all been very frustrating. So leave your comments below in regards to the game against Burnley. I'm sure a lot of you are still pretty annoyed at everything. I'm going to go check out West Brom Newcastle, see how Joe Willock and Maitland-Niles are doing. But if you want something more exciting, whereby at least as an Arsenal fan we're a little bit more happier, do check out some of my other Arsenal content in the comment section, in the link in the comments below, on some of the good things that we've done this season, and also some of the transfer rumours as well, in terms of what Arsenal could be doing in the summer to help make us Arsenal fans feel better. But until then, I will see you all next time.